Hey, I'm Matt with Meat Church. Let's make this delicious Mexican turkey breast. Well, welcome back to our outdoor kitchen, officially kicking off the 2025 holiday cooking series. We're cooking turkey today. We've got 21 turkey recipes in the playlist on this YouTube channel. Everything from turkey breast to traditional turkey, spatchcock turkey, fried turkey, all kinds of smoked turkey, smoke fried turkey, you name it, we've got it. We're doing turkey breast today. Very popular during the holidays because you don't have to mess with all the bones and a whole bird and all that. It's become very, very popular over the last 3 years. I mentioned we got a couple of those already on the channel. We've got a Creole turkey breast. We've got a very traditional turkey breast. But today we're gonna deviate and we're gonna go a little wild. And this is actually a test because we've never done this. If you subscribe to the channel, you know that we've got this Mexican playlist that is not all that Mexican, fully explained in our wildly popular Mexican pork butt video. What we do in this series is we marinate a whole bunch of stuff in pickled jalapeno juice. And yes, that's the extent of the Mexican in these recipes. I mean, I guess you can add in the seasoning as well. But it's just become a thing. It's extremely popular, like I said, so we thought we'd give it a shot. Recently, we did Mexican chicken wings, and in that video, someone commented that they did turkey breast with this method last year, and it was the best turkey they'd ever had. So we thought we would give that a shot. So we're gonna bring in some turkey breast and then see how we do. So I've got disposable cutting board. You can get these on Amazon. And because we did not want to wait, we already marinated in the pickled jalapeno juice overnight. So what I did was I took a turkey breast that I got at my local HEB. I removed the skin off of it. Now I love skin on poultry, but I find when cooking a whole breast, it's typically better to remove it, but do whatever you like. Just remove that. And then what I did was I put it in a vac seal bag with this 26-ounce can of pickled jalapenos. It's juice, carrots, jalapenos, everything. Dumped it in, vacuum sealed this, threw this in my refrigerator just overnight. It's the next morning, so this has been soaking all night, and we're gonna see how we did. Now, if you want a more traditional recipe, you can check the playlist, but our usual turkey brine, this is what we're gonna do 99% of the time. This is our #1 product in the fall. It may be the #1 product in all of barbecue in the fall. We're gonna give you guys a discount if you wanna go this route. So these videos drop on a Wednesday. For the first 7 days of the video, if you enter code TURKEYBRINE at checkout, you'll get a discount on this product. So let's jump in. I'm gonna glove up here. We're gonna open up the bag, remove everything out of it, and then I'm gonna season it up. I'm not gonna rinse it off and pat it dry. If I were using a store-bought turkey without this process, I would rinse it off and pat it dry, but we've already done that. When we got this out of the package, we covered that step. So I'm just gonna open it up and discard everything. All right, so now I got a clean hand here, got some onions and such on it. Now, we have a ton of seasonings in the Meat Church arsenal that are great on turkey. You guys love our honey hog and voodoo the most on turkey. Gospel's also great. If you want a savory option, you can go garlic and herb. But in this technique, when we do the Mexican bit, we always use our fajita seasoning. So this is gonna make a savory turkey. This is salt, pepper, onion, garlic, a little bit of citrus. There's no sugar in it, so this isn't gonna burn. Also great for frying turkey. This is a seasoning, not a barbecue rub, so a little bit goes a long way. I often talk about people say that it can be a little salty. If it's salty, you've just gone a little too much. There's less salt content in this than a lot of our other seasonings, so you just don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna season, I always say 18 inches high, 24 inches, something like that, and I would go kind of lighter application on this. Get it on all sides. We're gonna let this sit here for a few minutes. Give it 15 minutes or so. This is a meat that I don't like to do the night before. This is something I wanna do right before I cook, generally. So I'm gonna let this sit for 15 minutes and then we're gonna be back to cook. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you're alerted every Wednesday when we release these how-to cooking videos. Seasoning is adhered. I'm gonna use the 1.2 probe to monitor the temperature. I'm gonna stick it in the backside here, really in kind of a, thicker part. And let's talk about cooking. So I've got a Traeger wood ridge set up at 275 degrees. So when you're cooking poultry, I don't like to go really low. I think 225 is too low. I wouldn't go lower than 250, 275 to 325, depending how much smoke you want and how much time you have. So generally, we do 275 with those. And for something that's around 5 pounds like that, that's a couple hours on the cook. I'm running Meat Church pellets, which is oak and hickory. When it comes to poultry, you wanna make sure you use a wood that's not too heavy. I think mesquite is a little too much. Personally, for poultry, I'd like to go a little lighter, like an oak, hickory, pecan, or even a fruit wood. I always say wood's the first ingredient in your cook. So we're gonna put this in the Traeger and we're gonna melt some butter down in just over an hour or so, and we'll start to baste with that melted butter. And we're ultimately gonna wrap this up in foil with a little more butter to finish the cook. We've been cooking for about an hour and a half. The turkey's around 120 degrees and we're gonna start basting it with melted butter. My meter has just alerted me that the turkey breast is 145 degrees. So I'm gonna wrap it in some butter. Now in previous breast videos that I've done, I've not always wrapped in butter. So this is optional, but certainly a way to make sure that your turkey isn't dry like the turkey that you grew up with. And also when we do turkey breast, we often just rest it in butter. So when it's done at the end, whether we're leaving it in a pan or foil or whatever, we like to let it sitting in butter to hold and stay moist. So I'm gonna leave the meter probe in, and then I've got 1 stick of butter cut up that I'm just gonna put around here, wrap it up with foil, close it up, and continue to cook it. Our meter app has alerted us the turkey breast is at 160, so I'm gonna pull it off. All right, as you can see, looks beautiful. Pull the meter out. And then we need to let this rest. So no matter what type of turkey you're cooking, you've gotta let it rest. You could hot hold this if you need to. A lot of times people are still working on their sides. We don't wanna overcook this. We pulled it at 160 because it'll carry over cook and get closer to 165, but I'm gonna baste with butter, and then I'm just gonna lightly tint it with that same foil while the temperature comes down closer to in the 140s for me to slice it up and enjoy it. We've let this rest down. You can see the butter's all over it, which by the way, when we basted with butter in our previous Mexican recipes, we normally use a mix of Cholula hot sauce and butter, but we recognize this is for Thanksgiving, so we don't wanna make it too spicy. I don't want something where kids won't want to eat it, but obviously that's personal preference. So I can't wait any longer. I'm going to take some slices off of this and see how we did. Again, this was a complete test, having never done this before. And quite deep smoke penetration. I mean, that's a bigger, if you can see that, that is a bigger smoke ring than you would see on a brisket. Still pretty warm, steam coming off. It's super juicy, which is obviously to be expected, having been in that marinade all night. Just gonna kind of cut it in half here, give it a shot. Dude, that is super good. So the jalapeno comes through, but not in a hot way whatsoever. Like I would 100% feed that to my kids. If you like spicy, then you could have added the Cholula binder or in the butter basting as I just mentioned, but that is delicious. That has like a super unique flavor. You know, we did a Cajun turkey breast before where we injected with Creole butter. So if that kind of cooking is your thing, you can go that route. But I would say this would be a turkey you could put on your table that guests would be like, that's not the same old turkey I had. I have nothing to drink, so you can tell it's not too hot. 10-10 would definitely recommend that for your Thanksgiving cook. You gotta give this a shot. By the way, this was $17 at my local HEB, so super inexpensive. I recommend going out and getting these now. Don't wait all the way to Thanksgiving. This is something that thaws really quick. You don't have to, you know, mess with a whole turkey Like I said in the beginning, these have become very popular over the last few years. I can slice through this and get 100% utilization of the entire thing, not have to mess with any of the bones. The downside of that is you're not gonna be using the drippings to make gravy, or the bones to make stock and make gravy, things like that. But this is just easy to use in any leftovers. You can save for sandwiches or stuff like that. So I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of this flavor profile, and whoever the guys that left a comment that they did this last year, thank you for that. We always listen to your feedback, listen to our customers, and try to deliver on those requests and feedback and stuff like that. And this is a winner. I definitely recommend this. Not too smoky coming off the Traeger. Absolutely love it. If you guys like this, again, like and subscribe like I said earlier. We will see you guys next week, where we'll have more Thanksgiving content, especially all the weeks leading up to Thanksgiving. See you guys next time.